I believe that the reason God created man was for management.
Really? I have never heard it put that way.
The first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself.
God will never allow growth where there is no management.
Wow, wow, wow.
So instead of praying for things from God, pray for the management ability.
Everything I tell you is true. Everything I open my mouth and I say is correct because heaven directs me on what to say. Eligwe, heaven will tell me and I will tell you it will come to pass in front of your eyes, not behind you. You will see it happening.
God will withhold things from you if you cannot manage them.
When you look at the facts that something around 1 million people perished as a result of the actions of the British and Russian and Nigerian federal governments.
Vis-a-vis what we see in Nigeria, which is truly not, it should not be surprising. Look, what's happening in Nigeria is barbarous. It's horrible. I mean, it's complete madness, yet it's not a priority. The United States unilaterally could do almost anything it needs to do. It would be a long-term effort, but it could be done. And the United States has the capability. All the elements of power, we have those.
So why not?
It's not a priority. That's the problem. We are committed elsewhere in the world. Black West Africa is not a priority.
Anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation.
Excuse me. They can't tell me. No way. When the time comes, it's okay. What stupid country is this? So when is this you tell somebody's secret? When you like, you tell a secret. When you like, it's in public. What stupid country is that? What stupid country is that, I ask you? When you like, you try and you do this. When you like to try in private, they are killing my people. They are killing my people. They are killing IPOB. They are killing my people. After killing my people, you tell me what to tell in secret? The person is mad. Completely mad. Tell Buhari, that's what I said. That he is mad. He cannot tell me. He cannot tell me. He's a madman. There's a contempt of court proceedings here. Contempt of court. They don't obey court order. They don't obey court order. You're telling me secret trial. Is the person mad?
I, Nnamdi Kanu, will sacrifice anything sacrificable to make sure that Biafra comes.
We hereby declare no election, no 2023 general election in Biafra land. This no election in Biafra land has been activated. We are going to make it a task that must be done by every Biafran. All measures will be put in place to make sure the adequate civil disobedience is implemented to stop the election in Biafra land.
know the meaning of discovery? It means to bring to light something that is buried on the ground. If you can accept that, then you know that Biafra is coming. There is nothing man can do about it. It's too late. Way, way too late. The countdown has begun.
Right. Compliments to you today, Sunday, the first day of the new week, Sunday, 11th of December, 2022. I want to welcome you to this special broadcast today, the third day of the Sit at Home program and project. The Sit at Home program and project is targeted at two things: the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the freedom of the people of God, Biafrans, all over the nations of the world, and to a large extent, or in extension, the freedom of Africa. Because once Biafra is free, Africa becomes free. I want to welcome you today, especially today, Sunday, the 11th day of December, 2022. And for those people who think that life is about, waiting for seasons to eat chicken, then they should understand that there are some things that are very, very crucial to how they can eat that chicken. And that is basically freedom. Freedom gives you a more peaceful environment to celebrate whatever you want to celebrate, whether you call it Christmas, whether you call it your birthday, whether you call it whatever you want to celebrate. When you have peace, when you have freedom, when you have tranquility, when you are able to have control of your environment and love and see, that you have a peaceful environment by having control of your own government and system, you can now have a peaceful ground to celebrate. That is why most of our people are very ignorant. 2 days ago or yesterday, yesterday, somebody was talking in the Twitter space of Mazi Samonekba, and was talking about Christmas, eating chicken, and doing business. We're going to get into those details later on in this program. Today is going to be very explosive and massive. Things are going to be revealed here, and things are going to be analyzed here. I want to welcome you. My name is Kelechi Ambrose. As usual, I'm your host on Biafra Global Network. Today is the Back to Base program, but it is dedicated especially to the Sit at Home program that is actually the focus at this moment. Now remember that the Sit at Home is very, very, very crucial, and I will give you details of why the Sit at Home program is very, very crucial. Before we go on, I want to tell you people that the extent of attack on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra has gone to the climax. Obvious and very obvious now. Those who have decided not to reason well can now think and look again and think twice, because sometimes when people are going to be destroyed, they will be given every reason to retrace their steps. The spiritual has a way of getting people to retrace their steps, but we discover that people would always those who are going to get a reprobate mind from that concept, because when you have the opportunity to actually retrace your steps, two things are going to happen. Some people would be, three things anyway. Some people will be adamant, and because of fear, some people will move straight to retracing their steps, and others, the ones that were adamant, either by fear or by arrogance and all of that. And then some will refuse to retrace their step and be plunged into the realm of reprobacy. Then you discover that they will be destroyed at that point. Before I go on, I want to welcome you, and at the same time, I want to go to the messages. Thank you, Mrs. Adazayan. You're the first person to send a message today. Good afternoon, Brother Kelechi. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. Also, I appreciate you very, very much. Always here to give strength to me, and as I go on in this program, I want to appreciate you for the message. I want to thank Biafrans all over the nations of the world. I want to thank our Oduduwa brothers. I want to thank the media team. I want to thank you of the two sides, of the two nations, of both Biafra and of of Oduduwa Nation. I want to thank the Umuada of Biafra and of Oduduwa Nation. I want to thank the people who are sponsoring and funding the ESN. I want to thank the people in the ESN and, of course, the Alliance. I want to thank them for the great works they're doing. I want to thank the Oduduwa people for staying focused and for supporting this massive program about our freedom. And it is of course of mutual benefit to us. I want to thank them. And tomorrow we're going to have a media personnel from the Oduduwa Nation with us tomorrow. And we're going to be here by 5 p.m. Biafra time to talk and to rub minds, and to do what we have to do together. Of course, I also want to appreciate, of course, Mazi Simon Epa, who is strongly, he's just something else. The spirit of Biafra has saturated him in and out. And you can see, you can feel it, you can sense it whenever it comes up, you can see it all around. And the glory of God is radiating over him. And of course, when you see that, you will know that truly this man is sent by God to actually lift up the hands of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and which he is doing. It is like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still here. You can feel the spirit continually and consistently carrying out the mandate of freedom and doing the things that should be done. I want to thank Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has given every nation the opportunity and opened the eyes of everybody who belong to different nations, both of course of all Africans, all over the nations of the world, aside Biafra and the Oduduwa Nation and other people in the contraption trapped. It's so awesome to understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has this great ability, and God gave him the gift and prophetic gift, and at the same time oration, the ability of superfluous of speech, and of course at the same time he is able to do and to have the heart and resilience to push this to the point where he gets into the place of pain, danger, and yet he's resilient, he's standing strong and refusing to budge. That is what we say. That is the spirit that moves. It is actually the spirit that's in control in his mind, and of course have taken control of his mind. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll go straight to the messages before I begin to blow out on the facts on ground, on the things that are critical of the things we want to discuss today and the things we want to look at today. And we have Ikechi. I have a brother called Ikechi also. Ikechi, a cousin anyways. Oduduwa, happy Sunday, Kelechi. Thank you so much, Ikechi. I am happy to see you here also, and compliment of the day of the new week to you and Sunday to you. And Mother Zion and says, a contraption that disobeys his own court order. What hope is there? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it strongly. You saw it in that opening jingle that I played, stuff. You'll see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was strongly talking about they don't obey court orders. And this is the same court that Ejiofor, knowing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not believe in that court, he still wants to force Biafrans to calm down because he's a criminal, because he has sold out, because he has collected money. He knows Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not respect the courts because they don't respect their own orders. He knows Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot rely on the courts. That is why he said to Tompolo and co that I am so happy about you guys, and because of you guys, I am not going to give up. I'm going to make sure I'm not going to take the 5 states that they have given me called the Eastern region, the Southeast region. I'm not going to take that because they have not actually divided us and cut you off. Because of what you did, Tompolo, I am going to make sure that I stand to take the whole of Biafra with me. And that promise he has kept. Today he is in the contraption because he has kept that promise. Today he is held down in the dingy dungeon of the evil people of British contraption in proxy, the Fulani, totalitarian approach and wickedness and their religious strategy to manipulate and destroy the people of God. And today Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is held in their dungeon because he kept to his promise to Tompolo. And why did he make that promise? Because Tompolo hijacked and also carried out massive attacks in the Niger Delta region. Let's not say right Niger Delta, in the riverine areas, in the coastal region where they have control, and they suffered. They made the Nigerian government and restrict them and cripple them in that regard. And because of that, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was released, and he said, because you did this, not because the courts did anything, but because Tompolo did this, I am going to stand for everybody, and I will make sure that everybody becomes free. And today he's in the dungeon because he's standing for everybody. And he has told us in that voice that they don't obey court orders. I don't believe in their courts. They don't obey their orders. What stupid country is this? And Ejiofor is coming to tell us that the same Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we should come down. He's saying we should come down. We shouldn't do anything. We should rely on the courts that he doesn't believe in. That man is a criminal. That man, Ejiofor, is a criminal. You all should understand this, especially those ones, those e-frogs and those Izama guys who have refused to heed and to take and to have sense and to get back on track in the line of constructive reasoning. But anyways, sometimes we might not blame you for being, resolute on your stupidity, because it is actually plunging you to destruction. Some people must be destroyed for some stuff to come to pass, for some victories to be earned. For some victories to be gotten, and some people must go down, and that is what happens. And so we understand the role of these people who, in spite of the evidences, they are standing tall against the mandate. They are standing tall to hold on to lies and all of that, and that is why they would be destroyed, and then we are going to get the victory. Thank you so much, Mr. Sadazayan, for this one. And of course, let me say, Franca Okonkwo, good afternoon, bro. Franca, good to have you again today. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Good afternoon to you too. Rebecca Sharon, much love from here too. Much love from me to you also. Rebecca Sharon, thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Pakere. Is it Pakere? Double A, right? Pakere Kelechi. You bear my name too. Wow, good to have you. Pakere Kelechi, I think it is the first time I'm seeing you send a message or so. I think so. Good to have you here. We're going to be having so much revealed today. We're going to be saying so much things extensively. Please, I want you to share this video right now on all your social media platforms. Let the people come and join us, and let the people hear what they have to hear today from here. Please share on all your social media platforms, and at the same time, please subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed, and at the same time also like this video and click the notification bell so that you can have notification whenever we're coming up. But I've told every one of us that our time from now will be 2 p.m. Biafra time. Aside tomorrow, where we're going to be having it by 5 p.m. Biafra time. We're going to be having it 5 p.m. Biafra time tomorrow. We're going to have the Oduduwa people with us tomorrow also. And so please prepare for 5 p.m. Biafra time tomorrow. Of course, we monitor the Sit at Home program at the same time. And on Tuesday, we're going to have a 2 p.m. Biafra time. And of course, our guest, Chief Emeka, who was here yesterday and shed so much light, on the details of the program, will be here. And again, let me say something, especially to those people who were saying that, are we supposed to be saying what we said yesterday online on air? I want you to understand that there's nothing we said yesterday that actually reveals any tactics or anything. The truth about it is that the bridge, we are going to destroy that bridge. That's the truth, because we know that's where our enemies are going to come from. They've been coming from there. They've been making their supplies from there. They have been doing lots of evil from that. We'll blow it up. That doesn't mean we have really revealed any tactics about how we are approaching it, or how we're going to break it, or how we're going to destroy it, or what we're going to do. We know that's their supply end. So we're making them understand that that supply link will be cut off. You understand? So it doesn't jeopardize whatever we're doing. It doesn't cause any prejudice. It doesn't cause any restriction. It doesn't stop anything. So please understand it in that light, that it's actually for the purpose of our own self-interest, and at the same time making the enemies understand that we know their tactics and all of that, but we're not revealing anything from that. If you discover what we said yesterday, what our guest talked about yesterday, Chief Emeka, he actually talked on things that we should generally know. Tactical things and very critical things were not discussed. So understand that. Chinenye MC, good evening. Mazi Kelechi, good evening also from here to you. I know it's evening in your place, so it is good evening to you. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're doing a great job. Thank you so much, Mrs. Sadazayan. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate you so much. Simon Ekpa is tower. Yes, he's a tower. And of course, for those who don't understand what a tower means, just check and browse it. You'll see tower are just a very tall stuff, that actually have an extension, up there, either you can have beacons on them or something, lighthouses on them and all of that. They actually have a feature of being able to see far, from the point of the tower. You can access information afar. That's significantly anyways here. Symbolically, we are talking about the symbolism of a tower. So from Mazi, someone being a tower doesn't mean that he's a building or a structure or something fixed and built like a tower, but it only says, it talks symbolically here, the same way you can say he's a dragon, he's a tower. That means he's symbolically someone who sees afar and who can have a vision afar, can signally send information and grabs information from afar and can see beyond what the ordinary eyes can see, or the ordinary people can actually see, or the enemies can see. That's what it means. God bless you, bro. Eureka Sharon, thank you so much. God bless you too, my sister. Good to have you, and thank you so much. And Eureka Sharon says, Mazi Simon is the man for the work. Yes, he is. He has all that it takes. He has the features. He has the charisma. He has everything that is needed. He has it. Ihanacho Franklin, happy Sunday. Kelechi, thank you so much, Ihanacho, for being here and for your message. Thank you. Happy Sunday to you too, also, my brother. Thank you so much, Ihanacho and Franklin. Good to have you here. Prince Ezem is here. Also, ultimate wisdom was displayed when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appointed and nominated Simon Ekpa. Just by that stroke, his vision was secure and that betrayers were exposed. Imagine if he did not, that should be if, of course, yes, if he did not point the faithful to Simon Ekpa. You can imagine that. Of course, we have been doing lots of imaginations and all of that. You can understand the context that imagination is important. You can imagine, the contrary playing here, as Prince has told us here. You can imagine the contrary. Now, you can imagine the benefit of what we are in now. That is why, if you want to imagine, you have to imagine the two sides, the negative and the positive. When you imagine the contrary now, imagine Simon Ekpa is not here and we were just being tossed here and there by the defunct members of the DOS. You can imagine what would have happened to us. Now imagine that we have these benefits here now and we're advancing this quickly and fast. And imagine that the best thing you can do and the most priority to you now is to take this moment seriously and support whatever way you can support to make sure that this momentum does not go down. That is why wherever you are, you must sit at home. For God's sake, I don't know why some of our people just want to be pushed before they can take action, or just want to be dealt with before they can begin to listen. You are told to sit at home, not for anything. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been sitting in the DSS dungeon for the past 1 year plus, and because of you and I, and you are told to sit for 5 days and you're complaining. Somebody's talking about Christmas food, eating food, or traveling. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, can he travel? Can he go anywhere? Can he celebrate Christmas? Is he celebrating Christmas? And you are here telling me about you want to celebrate Christmas, so sit at home should not be there. Sit at home should not be on the 9th, 10th, 11th because of Christmas of the 25th. Maybe you are telling us to sit at home on December 25th. Maybe we have to do that to let you know that we don't give a damn about your feelings, about your selfish feelings. Sit at home. Selfish feelings. Why would you sit at home when people want to celebrate, when people want to make money? So the 5 days sit at home will stop you from making money? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is he making any money? Or you think he doesn't have businesses to run? He doesn't have clients he would have served, or clients he would have met? You think he doesn't know what you think he doesn't like money like you like? The way you like it anyway is evil. He likes it. He understands the value of money. So he doesn't love money the way you love it. That is why he's doing what he's doing. The reason why you are talking like this is because you are full of the love of money and you're full of hate. That man that came to Simon Ekpa's program yesterday and talking about Christmas and talking about business, that is how stupid you are. That is what is wrong with our people. We always think about, we are so selfish. Somebody is fighting, restrict and deprived himself he deprived himself of this comfort. Because he knew that he was in danger. He knew the consequences of doing what he was doing. He was still doing it and moving around still, and along the line, he was kidnapped. And here you are talking about staying for 5 days at home because of that man and because of your freedom. You are talking about eating chicken and rice and then doing business. You think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't have business? Doesn't have a business to do, or have businesses to do, or doesn't know how to enjoy himself and move around and flex like you want to do, or know how to travel around? You think he doesn't know all of this stuff and he doesn't have this, also of course, this stuff? Why would you come to, why would you reasonable? Well, I don't think he said yesterday that he doesn't respect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He doesn't believe in freedom. So what is his priority? Why did he now come to a platform where we're talking about freedom? What is our business with you if you don't believe in freedom? What is our business with you if you don't like freedom? It is for yourself. If you don't like freedom, remain in cage. Just go to the north and stay under Sharia. Stay under them. Don't come to where people are discussing their freedom to come and constitute a nuisance there. Don't do that. You can't come and tell me you don't like freedom. You don't believe in freedom. That means you are possessed. There's a demon working in you that wants to destroy you. Anybody who says they don't believe in freedom, they are possessed by a demon. Oh my God, I was actually reading this, the messages. I just had to start preaching. So that is it. So let that man or whoever it is, I can't remember his name now, that came in that Twitter space of Mazi yesterday and spoke about, the issue of Christmas and celebrating and partying and then traveling and all of those shenanigans. Something is wrong with his brains. He has a massive brain disorder, mental faculty deranged. Something is wrong with him. I'll talk more on this matter later. So let me go to the messages further and all of that. John Almeida, happy Sunday, bro. Kelechi, thank you so much, John. Thank you so much for your message. I appreciate you so much for you're always here and you'll always be here to actually send a message to encourage me. Thank you so much. Prince Ezemiya just says, keep the fire burning, Kelechi. Thank you, sir. I will keep it burning and always. And it is a vow I've made to God, and he has called me for this mandate, and I'm going to do it from the way he wants me to do it. And that is what we hear. The spirit-filled songs, twice and spirit-filled songs. Awesome. It says everything about you, just like doing the double. Everything are double. Spirit-filled songs, twice, and then the awesome is double also. So good to have you anyways. Spirit-filled songs, I didn't see you yesterday, but I know you're fine. Good to have you always. Please, let's invite other people to come in. Let's always be here so that we can hear the gospel of truth and circulate. And please share on all your social media platforms, on your Facebook account, on your Twitter, your Twitter handle, on your Instagram, on your, everywhere you are. Just share. Let people hear this truth, because people must understand what we are doing and face it the way they should face it. Nonyelu. Is that L or I? I'm not getting it very well. Okay, Mwabweze, let me take the name. Mwabweze. Well done, brother. Thank you so much, Mwabweze. Good to have you. I don't know whether that is L or I. It's not clear here. Yes, Mazi, one love. Thank you so much, Eze. Good to have you, Eze. It's been a while. I didn't see you yesterday, but I know you're fine. Thank you for joining. I know you're busy, and of course, always. Sunday should be included in the sit at home permanently until Mazi Kanu is released, because religious leaders in the Biafra land are in the same boat as the politicians. I've been talking about this issue of Sundays also included in this thing, because we must also, because the politics and religion go together. That is why you see those people who call themselves religious. They are, if I tell you people what is happening in this thing you call Christianity, in this place you call church, you'll be shocked. I am in the system. I've been in the system. I've pastored critically with GOs. I have pastored their churches. Some of them I have pastored. I'm talking about top ones in the zoo. I know what is going on. Oh my God. I don't need to come here. I don't like bragging about these things, but sometimes one have to say them. I know what they do. I know where they belong. Most of these people you see, top BGOs, some of them are in fact, majority of them are in cults, Freemasons, Illuminati, top positions in cults. And if I mention the ministries here, you'll be shocked. And some of you are slaves in this ministry. They have auditorium, very big auditorium, everywhere in Lagos and elsewhere. And they have massive people. Religion has, and they keep keeping you down with their religious shenanigans. They keep keeping you down. And of course, what the instrument for this is to still use the same Bible, the same way Britain used the same Bible to deceive you, the same way also they use the same Bible to deceive you. That doesn't mean the Bible is not real. Get it right. But they manipulate it for their own religious grip on you. Oh my God, I don't want to preach this issue of religion. By the time we are finished through with this sit at home, we're going to have time to talk about this. Of course, Prince Ezem will be here also to talk more. Remember, we're supposed to go on the religion thing, after this. So next week, Monday, we're going to begin the segment, the issue of the religion, and we're going to be looking critically on it. And of course, 2 p.m. Biafra time, we're going to have him here also. We're going to talk critically on religion and basically in line with everything we are doing, because now we are facing it massively. We are determined to leave and get out. I can't just imagine myself. Do you know how I'm not boasted, but I know I'm so gifted. I have multi gifts. I'm multi-talented. I cannot succeed under Fulani. I cannot succeed in America. I need to go to my land. I don't need America. America is not my land. Nowhere in the world is my land except that is my root. If I have sovereignty, I would have the free ability to maximize all my potentials. I am multi-gifted. I am telling you, it's not the boast, but it's the truth. Multi-news, I am there very much. I've done lots of things in the Zoom, even outside the Zoom, for big churches, most of these names of churches. I've trained their choirs. I've done lots of things for them, for their choirs and all that. I have done, whether in the Anglican church, whether in the Redeemed church, whether in the what name it. I have trained most of their choirs, you know, and all that. You talk about pastoring. I've done that. I've started churches for some of these ministries from scratch, different parts of the zoo. I have done ministry things for 22 years in the zoo. I am a writer, I'm a singer, I'm a musician, I write movie scripts, I act, I do lots of things. I am multi-talented, but I need a platform, and that platform would only be evident when I have freedom. Just like you also, I know most of you out there too are very talented, but you are restricted because Fulani has restricted. Do you know what I struggled when I went with my program and project I put together? That is a brand new concept I brought into the zoo through my NGO in the zoo. That even when the Minister of State saw it, they said, wow, this is when they came to make statement at Nikon Luxury in 2022 and 2020, March 14th, when I organized the program at Nikon Luxury in Abuja. They came there, they made a statement, they said, this is a unique thing from any other NGO in the zoo. Let anybody come and debunk it. I am here, I'm saying it openly now. I am a strategist. I created a unique concept under my NGO. I have an NGO in the zoo, which I've registered where also I am now. The same name. And I did the things I did, and the Minister of State, the PA to the Minister of State of Youth and Sports came in there, in Abuja there, in that program. They gave their speech and they said they're going to sponsor that program. But because I cannot hold my zeal for freedom, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I now am against them, and I cannot go back to them to continue the contract, because after the COVID, we were supposed to start the contract before NSAS started. So, because you need a very good platform that is void of hate, that is void of subjugation, that is void of fear, where people are afraid that they will come and cut your neck, or they are going to subject you to a religious program of the Fulani. Need your own, you need your own freedom. That gift you have cannot see, no matter what you are earning all over the nations of the world where you are. Those of you who are misbehaving because you are abroad, or you are in one nation or something, you think you have arrived because of the little change. The little change, you can drive car, eat burger, you think you have arrived. You are jeopardizing. You can imagine those people who are going to report Mazi Samonekpa's platform. You can imagine people abroad constituting nuisance, because they are in a seat in an environment where people have fought for. They are still treated as in those places. Go to where they are working abroad there. Some of them are doing some jobs that if you hear it, you say, what? You open your mouth. But yet they are comfortable in that level because they are getting what they can get. They in fact, they are so much comfortable because they are driven by money. So as long as they see that money, wow, I know mine anyways. They are not thinking of their freedom. They are not thinking of satisfaction in carrying out life's purpose. There's something you call satisfaction, doing what you have to do in the realm of satisfaction, because you actually are in the right frame of mind, in the right frame of your mind, doing what you have to do. And you can only get to the right frame of mind when you are in your own territory, no matter what position you think you have achieved where you are. So Sunday sit at home. I'll keep sending, telling Mazi Samonekpa too about Sunday sit at home. Maybe he will consider it because it's important, or maybe other programs, who are taking it. But the truth about it is that, in fact, I would have been happy if it had been from that 1 year ago when we started this thing. We had the Sunday sit at home with it. But our people, it was very difficult because they refused. In fact, when Mazi Samonekpa was bringing it up, they were rejecting it because they are too religious. The same people who don't talk about their freedom, the same people who don't actually tell them anything. When they go to, I was surprised. One of my friends was telling me last week, that when they went for the program last week, Friday or so, the one big church, let me mention why should I be happy? I don't have it there. Trem headquarters in Anthony Village in the zoo. They got to Trem headquarters, and what they were doing is they were praying for Nigeria. Please pray for Nigeria. They were praying for Nigeria. A GO that does not understand what Nigeria represents. You are sitting under an ignorant GO. You are ignorant. The two of you will fall into the pit. Two of you are blind. A GO that does not understand, in spite of all that is happening, he's still telling you to pray for Nigeria. You should know that he belongs to that cult called Nigeria because he's making money from it. He doesn't want his auditorium to be destroyed because he feels that once Nigeria breaks, maybe it may affect his opportunity to have such kind of big auditorium. So he's going to fight it and make sure let's just continue the way it is. Let's just continue the way it is. And let's just pray for Nigeria. They are praying for their selfish end, not because the people will benefit, because it will satisfy them because of their investment. You are their investment. You attend their ministry. You are their investment. They make money from you. You are their product. They make money from you. Forget all this thing. Yes, we don't give and it shall be given unto you. But all this strategy of religious tactics collecting from you, it is not given, it shall be given unto you. Forget all those stuff. Because the purpose of that does not actually favor you. Why don't they talk about your freedom? Why would they always tell you to pray for Nigeria? And you are going to a place where a GO is so blind, not or so wicked, because some of them know the truth, but they don't talk. Especially those ones who have massive auditoriums. Those ones who have massive auditoriums, they don't talk, they don't say anything. Miriam Samson. Mr. Kelechi Naman, you'll be. Thank you so much, Miriam Samson. Thank you so much. Thank you. Lord of the lady, our people are suffering from mental slavery. Can you imagine Ejiofor is now the head of the US? Evil everywhere amongst us. Oh my God. He has always been their head, but they have been hiding it. Now I'll shock most people who have not heard the message anyways. Mazi Samanepa has posted it on Twitter that they have actually succeeded in striking out IPOB UK as registered under the UK government. I'll show you the document here. IPOB has been struck off and dissolved. And Lola, the lady, can tell us now. She can tell us she can tell us, of course. She named Miriam Samson. Kudos, brother. We move. Thank you so much, Shina Miriam. Thank you. Lola, the lady, I've not been seeing you. Good to have you here again. Mwokike Daberechi. Hello, Mazi. Good day to you, Mwokike Daberechi. And I expect the next message from you. Of course, that's it. 84 days to go home. Total lockdown. No movements. Stay at home. Yesterday, you told us 84. It's supposed to be 85 yesterday. You told us 84, but good. You are still maintaining that 84 today. You want us to go fast, right? Yes, you want the days to go fast. I understand. We also want the days to go fast. In fact, I can't just wait that we get Biafra. Mazi, our leader can't be in BSS custody and be celebrating this Christmas. If I'm to say no Christmas. That is what we are saying. Thank you, Eze. We have the number to enforce it. Court has released him. So why keeping him there? My brother, something is happening. Something is happening. But really, it's been a while. So you're a pastor. I salute you. My brother, I have pastored at a very young age. I became a pastor because they saw the gift in me, the anointing. They decided to, they anoint you and then put you in the ministry and want to use you as slave. You know what I've done for ministry? Some of them owe me salaries. Owe me. I do contract with them to train their choirs. Some will take the contract and then a pastor will take the contract, collect the money from the ministry, and then and then you will go and suffer. And then when you finish, they will tell you, "Oh, my son, please, I actually use the money for something. I will give you back to today." Nothing. Lots of things. You do business under ministry. Do you know what? I don't want to mention. If I talk about ministry, yes, some of you will be shocked. I know. Oh Lord have mercy. If, sometimes we just want to hide ourselves so that people don't understand. If I tell you the positions I've handled in ministry wise, you will be shocked. And if I tell you things I know about religion, that's why you see me talk about it like this, because none of them have your interest. None of them. Out of all of them, 99% don't have your interest. They are concerned about their business. That's the truth, whether you like it or not. I know a ministry where I was in Lekki. I was pastoring, one of the branches in Lekki, and I wanted to start producing a magazine, called Ideas to Wealth magazine, where I'm going to be dealing on issues about ideas and wealth and all of that, because I have the gift in that line, and all of that. And then I did my first stuff, the pilot copy, and I got it set, and I put, of course, Taribo West is my friend, so I put his face in the front, in the front cover, after talking with him. And I went to Taribo's place in Ikeja there, and was in the other side of Ikeja now. I've gotten that place, you know. And I went to, we discussed, and I put his face as to use his face to sell the magazine. This is the first time, you know, publication. And I went to my GO. I said I wanted to present with clear heart. That's one little. I've not only the ones that they fought, they destroyed my businesses, my programs before I even registered my NGO. What they did, you know. And the bishop, the so-called bishop, saw the magazine. I told him, sir, this is it. I want to say I will be giving the church free column of 2 pages in my magazine every month as I print it. I'll give the church free column 2 pages. As a pastor, this is my personal stuff now, but I'm going to give them free pages every month to where his messages will be and all of that. The man provoked. The man provoked. He said, what nonsense? I'm supposed to be here doing ministry. I'm coming to do my business. And in fact, I want to even do magazine. I put Taribo West face on the magazine. Who is Taribo West? Can I compare Taribo West to him? So I cannot use his face? Who is Taribo West? I was asking myself in my mind, you who know you in this world? Taribo West is known all over the world because he played for, you know, he played and they know him everywhere. And you are telling me that I should have put your face. Jesus Christ. I was just saying it in my mind. I was just looking at him because I was perplexed. I was confused. That was the beginning of a quarrel. That was the beginning of a quarrel. Before you know it, they will start doing this. And of course, one have to just get off that place. You know, and lots of things. So ministry thing, we know what is going on in there. So my brother, I've been a pastor and I've suffered being a pastor and also a musician ministry. At a point, I said if I knew I would have been behaving like Simon Poso and Co. You know, when they go there, they charge you give them, if you don't send the money for their accounts, they're not going to come. You know, because you were doing Christian, but you know, Christian, we know we are serving the Lord. They'll tell you, okay, we'll do this. Where you get there, and so, sir, please, you know, and we're going to do it. We're going to send it to you. That is the end. You are very talented, and for sure. Thank you so much, Tina Martins. Thank you so much for the compliment. Thank you so much. Prince says Sunday should be included prominently in the seat at home until Mazi Kanu is released. Religious leaders in Biafra land. We want this. Mazi wants this also, but all will be resisting it. If we want to enforce it now, they'll say we are being too brutal. Maybe we are going to, well, the game has changed anyway, so this seat at home has changed the narrative. So things are going to be happening. You know, sit at home can even appear anytime. So things are going to be happening. You know, this is autopilot. So things are going to be happening. The greatest Biafrans, Kelechi Ambrose. I've already preached what I've not even started the preaching anyways, and I'm still reading messages. And Kelechi Ambrose says, good afternoon, Kelechi. Thank you so much, my brother. Good to have you. Thank you so much, my brother. Iheanacho Franklin says, Kelechi, remember the government has created a poverty into our people since after the war. Now our people can't remove stomach infrastructure from their table. Yes, we know that. That's why we're doing this teaching, so that we can get our people to recover from this. They should identify that they're in trouble, because the zoo has programmed their mind to believe in the stomach rather than believe in their senses. You know, believe in their capability and their ability and what they have inside. They believe in the stomach. You know, so they channel the strength to their stomach rather than the strength to what they can do and their ability. So that's the problem. You're right, my sister. Thank you so much for that. You know, thank you so much, Franklin. Okay, it's a male anyways. It's not a lady. Franklin here in the shop. And no doubt, one can tell you have a lot upstairs. That's why I enjoy watching you and Mazi Salmon only. Thank you so much, John Almeida. Thank you so much for the compliment. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Of course, I appreciate it. And of course, I know something about you, because when I see your comments, I know that you are somebody too who's, you know, have something too. Tina Martins says, Mazi, we appreciate the knowledge you are impacting on Biafrans. Thank you so much, Tina. I'm delighted. It's the Lord's doing. He uses me to do what I have to do. Tina is laughing at me. The narrative there was making you laugh. So that's it. I'm here. Oh, Clement, good to have you here. Good to have you here. Clement, sounds like my brother's name. I don't know whether he's the one or somebody else, you know. So good to have you here, and Clement, good to have you, you know. But do you know Nigeria pastors are 419? I go with them now. I know, I work with them now. They talk of popular names where you know. So I work with them, so I know what they do. So forget all these things. We know what is there. Forget all this manipulation, mind of God and all this stuff. And they threaten if I be a man of God. You hear somebody say, have you seen me before? Have you known? Forget, they don't do some backyard stuff to go find out about you. And when they find out about you, they will come and tell you, have you known me before? You know this, you're married this, you live here, you live your village, you this, blah, 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 blah. They tell you things about yourself. You don't know they have carried analysis on you. They have sent people to go, and because they're coming to the ministry, they liaise with the pastor. They analyze to get information about one person who has money. And then when they do that to that person who has money, he now will sow seed. Of course, they will tell him the seed to sow. And then every other person wants to sow seed for this man to see this thing in this life, in the life of this man. That means this man is real. Everybody will start sowing seed, make millions. They share it. The pastor has his percentage. The guest has percentage, the host has his percentage, and that's it. That's how business goes on for them. You know, we know all of these, so forget all these shenanigans. My brothers and sisters, don't be deceived more. Don't be deceived anymore. Now, pastor tell you, so no say because you hate pastors. I'm a pastor too. I'm still having the title pastor. Since 2000, I've been ordained as a pastor. So I'm not telling you because I hate Christianity. I'm a Christian. I'm a pastor. So I'm telling you that they are manipulating you. So be careful. All of you who are carried away, brainwashed. You know, just wanted to wish you more wisdom and courage, my brother, from the northernmost part, northmost part of the globe. Going back to humanity is a few hours. Your message is reaching the poles, brother. Thank you so much, Prince Joe. Thank you, Prince Joe. Thank you from the ends of the earth. The voice is coming. Prince Joe, thank you. Emmanuel Obaino says we have to be enforcing anything enforceable. Yes, this is the time to enforce anything enforceable. That's why you see these Amazonians, they don't care whatever you think, like call them terrorists, call them what, that's your business, because they know what they want, and that's what we're doing now. I tell you, Boise Amaka, God bless you. Mark, God bless you for the good work. Thank you so much, Boise. God bless you too for being here and being part of this. I saw the former sharing the picture of MNK Jofo and Mike Ozokomet took a court in rejoicing mood. Don't mind them, because I was ashamed of my people. Jofo has disgraced Biafrans. Are we this lily liver cowards? Yes, our people are lily liver cowards. They, in fact, how gifted our people are, they have decided to become less than Fulani. Fulani is now controlling their minds and their brains. You know, they want to how they want to. Thank you, Tina Mazins, for that. You know, they are sharing those pictures because they actually want to sell a particular narrative. You know, think you know that very well. You're a correct guy. Carry go, nothing to you. Thank you so much, Agbagudi. Thank you so much. So I have to go straight to the program now. I'm going to show you this radio. Sorry, not radio. IPOB has been. Look at it. Mazi posted it today. IPOB is no more registered under the UK government. Who is responsible for this? You can see it. I don't know how to zoom it. I don't know how to zoom it so that you can see it boldly. I don't know. Maybe I should. I don't know if I close. It's going to still be small. Maybe I'm going to see how. I don't know how to zoom this now and to see if you can get it older and all of that. Let me see if I have something here, you know, to actually do it. I don't want to distort this program now or spoil anything here, so let me just leave it. Later, I'm going to practice and know how to zoom documents like this. So you see it on the 16th of June. On the 16th, or on the 6th of June, sorry, on the 6th of June of September 2022, that is this year, 16th of they succeeded in striking off IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, as a registered organization under the UK Registration Act. These people who did these people who did this, that's these, lots of them, Ejiofor and Co., they actually have targeted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the bones. That means they actually are all out to massively destroy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and everything he had built for. He has built all these years. The purpose of this gazette, you see, final gazette notice, that, of course, the final dissolution was done on the 13th of September this year. Remember the other time we were talking about Radio Biafra, you know, going down and all of that, and they also changing the name, the director, and all of this stuff and all of that. But now the name IPOB has been dissolved. It was dissolved on the 13th of September 2022 in the UK, and it is the handwork of the Nzama people and their master Ejiofor, alongside the politicians. They have already succeeded to destroy everything. They are fighting the sit at home. They are fighting the ESN. They are fighting everything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has put as a structure for the freedom of God's people, they have decided to go to they have crossed the line. That tells you that they actually want to destroy, disrupt, and cancel and totally eradicate. Maybe I should use the word decapitate too. The head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And in extension, crush, and destroy IPOB freedom, the freedom of Biafrans. They want to crush the people by canceling, erasing, and destroying everything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represents. But you know what? They lost it. You know why? Because IPOB is not about registration. Indigenous people of Biafra, we are talking about a nation. The registration of IPOB is only meant to establish a legal person in the nation. So making us a legal person under the laws of the nations of the world so that we can fight and also legally sue for our freedom. So that we can stand anywhere and say we are registered, not because the registration is what establishes us, not because the registration is what confirms us, not because the registration is what proves us or approves of us as a people. But we are already a people existing more than 5,000 years ago and already bearing the name Biafra over 400 years before Nigeria got its name Nigeria, which of course the name Nigeria is not the name of a nation. We all have facts on ground. It's the name of a business. So then you see, when ignorant people take actions, you are able to sense the level of their mental strength and their understanding. It is laughable to see that they are thinking that they could stop an ideology or a people, a race, by striking out or dissolving the organization the race has established. IPOB as a name is still the same name of the people as a people or as a nation. Indigenous, that means people who are of the root of Biafra. Indigenous people of Biafra. The people of Biafra, people who are actually Biafrans, that is their source. Indigenous people. That name is registered as an organization. You destroy the organization and you want to fight the people. Oh my God. Now you see, when ignorance take action, it stinks. Putrid smell, stench is so strong. Just like when the grave was opened of Lazarus, you say, they said, if we open it, the stench is so strong because he's already dead for 4 days, sorry. These people are so horribly ignorant. And you know, they take actions not even thinking of the implication. For them to go this level, to actually dissolve the name IPOB as a registered organization under the UK law or Registration Act, Company Registration Act, they didn't think of the implication. They didn't think that people would discover. Maybe they felt that it was just going to be it. They never understood the implication that they have actually revealed their intention proving that they actually are responsible for what has happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Remember, Ejiofor was in series of security meetings where such kinds of options were brought up. How do we destroy this thing? How do we stop them from fighting us as politicians and stopping us from making our money with the Fulani? Ejiofor will bring idea. They will bring idea. They will tell Ejiofor, you know, you are the center man now. You are with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you are with us. So you are nobody will suspect you, since you are the legal representative of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And of course, you know how to play socially and create social impression and romance the people socially. So with your social approach, you know, your showbiz style of law, of executing your work, not because he's not a law, he doesn't know anything about law anyways. He's ignorant. But his showbiz, you know what showbiz is? That's show yourself. That's showbiz. It's the business of show. Just show. You make money. You spend all the money on flashy cars and all of that. You just try to get attention. Just like you know what just do something like all these idiots who are everywhere. Bobrisky and the other one, is it Hippopotamus or what's his name now? What's that name? That guy that is arrested that Abakari is an accomplice. You know, what's his name? Please somebody remind me. I don't remember all these people's names because they are not important. You know, I said Hippopotamus. What's his name? Hush Poppy. Poppy. Hippopo. It's the same. The name takes the same tune. You understand? All showbiz. Just make the money, put it and buy car, buy flashy cars, buy everything, and just they don't have anything upstairs. Just showbiz. The same way Ejiofor is make money from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Hush Poppy. Yes, Hush Poppy. Thank you. Hush Poppy. Not a hish. Tinamazis says hish. John Almeida says hush. Of course, it's Hush Poppy. Yes, Hush Poppy. Not Hippopotamus. So, you know, just make the money. The same way they know. See, you see these people, they are stupidly smart. But that is why I say they are not intelligent. Because it's one thing to be smart, it's another thing to be intelligent. Because in intelligence, you actually exude smartness correctly. But when you are smart without being intelligent, you actually exude smartness and foolishly. You just be revealing, like when this man was talking, you know, when Ejiofor was just talking in that interview, just talking anyhow. You know, just talking anyhow. He didn't know he was exposing himself. In fact, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now exposed him, he now came up again with another, what he called groundbreaking interview. And it truly was a groundbreaking interview because it exposed him further. Every statement, everything he said was evidently against him. It's what evidently proved that this guy is just the head of the criminals. So what they knew about Ejiofor is that Ejiofor, you are here now. You are going to make the money. Don't worry about the money. You make money. Get bulletproof door, put in your house, get everything. You make money. You get that car. We'll burn your car, but along the line of burning your car, we'll give you more things. You know, we'll give you money and all of that. It's the game. You know, pretend as if you have lost something. You know, when you be as if to show the people as if you have lost something, the people will think you have lost. Oh, they have this man. Ejiofor is losing so much because he's supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because he's fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, Ejiofor is losing. Whereas they are the ones, they have the money. They are taking the money from our land, so they destroy anything to, to create a point or to send a signal or a point, and then later they give him the money, but through indirect ways like lawsuit and then verdict of the court. And we award him 50 million naira or 500 million naira for destruction of this, blah, 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 blah. So they know Ejiofor is a social stooge, a social idiot. So they said they'll bring him, and then he'll be talking, romancing the people. He will write, he'll type and type and type. Don't worry, we're getting there. The Lord is our strength. The praise, the praise will be his in the end. You know, he will receive the praise. Nobody can take his praise. We know what we are doing. They cannot do this. He was just social, and you know, our people are too religious, and because they are religious, when a social order or a social style of manipulation takes the form of religion, they are so excited. Wow, 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 amen. They like saying amen, you know. And like I was talking to somebody else, they say, oh, we should not have war in Jesus' name. I said, you are just deceiving yourself. You're a fool. You're a religious fool. When you read history, in Israel, where Jesus comes from, including, of course, we're part of Israel, they are still fighting. So you are telling me because you have said there will be no war in Jesus' name, then everything has ended. You're foolish. all the pray for Nigeria, and all the in Jesus' name you have been saying for pray for Nigeria in all of these churches. I don't call them churches; they are ministries, because church belongs to Christ. I will build my church. Ecclesia is church. You know, that's the called out ones. They belong to Christ. They are not. These are not churches. They are just ministries where church go to worship. You know, and they go there worship. Some of them go to worship the Jews. You know, somebody was telling me, she couldn't go to church today, and then the pastor called and said, "Why are you hurting me?" I said, "You see, that is where you people have problems, because you people are very religious. The pastor is telling you that you are hurting him. You are hurting him for not coming. That means it is all about. And in fact, let me go. And in fact, oh Lord mercy, religion has destroyed our people. So Ejiofor and the politicians, they know that. And of course, you can't govern a people without religion. Religion is the basis of the constitutional models. You understand? Religion is practically embedded in their culture. Religion is pronounced by the culture people. And of course, the constitution and the governance of that place also is pronounced by the culture of the people in the guise of religion, or in the template of religion. So this is why you see world powers always from the beginning of life has always had control of people based on religion. The first empire, which of course is Nimrod. I'm not talking about Satan's empire now, where he said, "I will ascend above." You see in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12 to 14, when he said, "I'm going to ascend above. I'm going to make my throne above. I'm going to take over the prince of. I'm going to take over the throne of God. I'm going to do this and all of that." And there was war in heaven, and it was cast down to earth. And they say, "Woe to earth," and all of that. I'm not talking about that destruction. I'm talking about after the recreation, which happened in Genesis chapter 1 from verse 3, the recreation of the earth, and all of that. Then Nimrod's time came. Now, to exude control, he now built a tower called Babel, and he instituted a religious program which world powers today, from that time, Nimrod instituted that program, which had to do with the incarnate, and you have the mother, you have the father, you have this and all of this, all this stuff, and then you talk about the sign of the cross, all these penances, confession, and all of this stuff, which were strongly programs of Nimrod's pagan worship and idolatrous approach to worship, and of course worship of the sun and all of these details. Every world power uses the template of Nimrod to establish their own religious program. Religion is the tool that keeps the people subject to world powers, political world powers. Religion is that part that is emotional. Just like when you have the body, you have somebody, you have the body, you have the soul, you have the spirit. You understand it? The body, soul, and spirit. When you come to nation and empires, the empires have the body, they have the soul, they have the spirit. Now, in the realm of the soul, that is where you have the religion. Religion is that sentimental side they use in penetrating the people. That is why when Christianity started growing, you remember I told you Christianity is about the way of Christ, which they called the people in Antioch for the first time. When Christianity started growing, the first thing that the Roman Empire did, when they saw that they couldn't suppress it, when they were killing killing the apostles, killing most of these people, killed Stephen through using Saul, killed James, and were killing people, and they saw that the Christianity was still expanding. So they said, okay, so the best thing is to adopt this Christianity, but manipulate the Christianity to still hold the people down with our culture and religion. So what they did was this: they imbibed Christianity. They took Christianity into the Roman Empire system of worship, but they corrupted it. That was when they created the Roman Catholic Church, where they now begin to talk about the sign of the cross, the use of the penances, the confession to priest, and all of these things, the chaplets, the worship of the mother, and all of this stuff started strongly. Because you know why? Religion is the emotional aspect of political operation or governance or empire control of the people. Religion does this for them. It helps the people soft pedal. It helps the people to actually have emotional connection to the government in power. That's why you can see people, they want to instill Sharia, and they tell you, we want our person who is a Muslim, we want our person who is a Muslim to be the governor. Oh, we want somebody who is a Christian. We want somebody who is the religion is the emotional aspect of governance. So let's leave that order. Let me go further. Now, these people decided to dissolve IPOB, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu took time, spent money, and saw as a medium to get freedom. They dissolved it. Now let me show you. I've showed you the document, right? Now we're going to look at the repercussion, the things that are happening in our land, and how prepared we are to deal with these people. Now remember, as I told you, IPOB is beyond a registered organization. IPOB is the people, the fabric that holds the people together. IPOB is actually the people. So there's no way you can eliminate over 70 million people. It's not possible. You can stop them from being a legal person in the name, in the course of, in the sphere of registration. We are no more legal person in law, as represented by the name IPOB as a person, as an entity or as a person in the legal and eyes and all of that. You might have succeeded in doing all of that by stopping IPOB, as this document says. On the 6th of September, they actually struck off the name IPOB, and then on the 13th of September this year, all of this is happening this year. The 13th of September, they actually dissolved IPOB from UK as registered under the UK law. So IPOB is no more registered, but they forgot to understand that it is not the registration that is actually giving success to IPOB. It is the people's determination, the people's resilience, the people's program. It is the autopilot program that pushes this thing forward, not because the people are actually doing it, or not because it is registered. The registration does not have anything to do with the success we're achieving. So they thought that when they attack since they are putting Mazi there now, they cannot do anything to him, they cannot harm him and all of that. They decided now that they are going to strike out the name, thinking that when they strike out the name, we will now say, okay, we don't have the basis of doing what you have to do. But IPOB is registered all over the nations of the world. Anywhere you see a Biafran, that's where IPOB is registered there. We don't need to have a legal face to be registered, but we have the capability to sue and send our documents and to ask for them. And that's why we're doing it the way we're doing it. Because of the context of this, that is why you see that the documents you submit to UN does not have weight, because you know why? UN itself does not have the capability, as I showed you the video the other time. They don't have the capability actually to pursue for peace. So we understand it doesn't matter whether we are registered with them or not. It doesn't matter. But what matters is that we are resolute and we are determined. Now I'm going to show you something that will prove to you that we are very, very ready and we are determined to get our freedom. I'm going to show you something. The clouds are gathering, as Mazi put it. The clouds are gathering. He actually displayed this video today on his Twitter. I'm going to play it also to you so that you know how the clouds are gathering. We are not joking. It is not by registration. Whether you remove us as registered or not, it is the people. We still have life. We are in control of the whole situation, so you cannot stop us. Watch this, please. You saw that, right? I know you saw it clearly and evidently. You know what that means. Now the clouds are gathering. Now let me ask those people who decided to deregister IPOB in UK. Has that stopped guys from deciding or backing down from taking their freedom in their hands? You can't stop. How can you stop? How do you want to stop a moving train at that flight, at that speed we are in? You can't stop us. You saw that. You saw. Now let me show you a video, of what is happening in land. Now listen to these ladies. What happened in Enugu? Now listen to these two people. I'm going to play the two people, the voice, and you will understand what people are going through. And yet, people have the guts to go and strike out the names, thinking they're going to destroy us from saving our people. Did it stop us from saving our people in Enugu, Four Corners, and other places? Did it stop us? It didn't stop us. But listen to the testimonies of these women, and listen to what they went through, and listen to what our people are going through. And yet, people have the guts to go and stop. Listen.
So many of them from the bush yesterday, from the harmful forest. So many people yesterday, being 80th December 2022. Mama, can you name a harmful? Before yesterday, can you hear them in a harmful before? We go uncountable number of people in a harmful, about 13 communities. Able to go and harmful. When the ESN with the information.
Pregnant women, they open stomach and bring out the child. They birth the child. Killers. And you have people who are telling us that we should not fight for freedom. We should still maintain the contraption and keep this kind of program of killing our people to persist. You heard that lady. They cut the tummy of, aside the other people they are killing, bring out a child from. That is abomination to us. That is abomination to us. But yet, the Fulanis are doing this. And yet we have people who are telling us that what we are doing, we are causing trouble. We are causing trouble by seeking to stop these people from killing us. You are telling us that the sit at home is a trouble to our people. When you can feel the suffering of these people, see all of them out there gathered there looking for food to eat, they are giving them food to eat.